Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lico Kenobi. And before we get started, guys, please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. Video game industry tries to squash Stop Killing Games movement by stating that you don't actually own your games. So, ever since a group that was led by Grums and another PewDie, I forget, I think that's his name. They made up this group called Stop Killing Games Production that they want to be the ones that want to take control of this. They want to be the ones to if the industry, the company wants to end its servers on the game, especially if you want to play single playing and everything, the gamers want to be in control of that. But it looks like the video game industries are trying their hardest to just tell them, hey, no, this was our game. We own this game, so we can do what we want. So let's read up this article and see what's going on. The Stop Killing Games movement just hit 1 million signatures in the European Union, triggering a mandatory response from lawmakers and setting the stage for a public hearing in the European Parliament. But as the campaign headed by YouTuber Ross Scott gains global momentum, the video game industry has fired back. In a newly published rebuttal, Video Games Europe, a lobbying organization representing nearly every major AAA game publisher, has come out firmly against the campaign's demands. Their stance is blunt. Players do not actually own the games they buy, and publishers must retain the freedom to shut games down when they see fit. So right now the game companies are fighting back, bro. All video games, whether digital or physical copies, are licensed, the group states in their official response, as is the case with virtually all digital works. When consumers purchase online games, regardless of the country of sale, what they acquire is a personal license to access and play the copy of the game they have purchased in accordance with the game's terms of services. The consumer does not acquire ownership of the video game. These clear intellectual property rights underpin the entire market and enable the strong investment that the industry has seen for decades. There is no legal uncertainty about the status quo of video games. According to the group, since consumers purchase a personal license to access a game and not the game itself, that license can be revoked under the game's terms of service, including when online functional is shut down. Industry backlash to preservation. The Stop Killing Games petition, launched in 2024, demands that developers be required to preserve games in a playable form even after official servers are shut down. Supporters argue that permanently removing access to purchased titles, especially those that could function offline, is a violation of consumer rights. Video Games Europe disagrees, calling such expectations disproportionate and warning of severe consequences for the industry if they are enforced by law. Imposing a legal obligation to continue server support indefinitely or develop online video games in a specific technical manner that will allow permanent use will raise the cost and risks of developing such games. They said it will have a chilling effect on game design and act as a disincentive to making such games available in Europe. It is far from a trivial modification or a simple addition to the game dev. The group argues that maintaining private servers or offline modes would require significant engineering and architectural challenges, especially in games where online features are tightly integrated into the core gameplay. Creating a private server compatible version would be a prohibitive cost, in some cases years or decades after the game's initial release when only a small audience remains, they claimed. Safety and legal concerns. The document also raises concerns about player safety, content moderation, and potential legal risks if companies are forced to release game code or enable community run servers. Requiring games to run on private servers would result in an inability for games companies to continue to protect players from illegal or harmful content or conduct. They warn releasing game code could expose games companies and consumers to bad actors, malware, data breaches, and DDoS attacks. They also argue that these changes would undermine intellectual property rights, damage brands, and open the door to unauthorized versions of the games competing with official releases. Mandating games companies to keep their online games operatable post official support would undermine their rights and autonomy in deciding how their intellectual property is utilized. The document states, so here are the companies that are behind this pushback. Sony Interactive Entertainment, Microsoft, Nintendo of Europe, Ubisoft, Activision Blizzard, Electronic Arts, Take-Two Interactive, Bandai, Epic Games, Square Enix, Warner Brothers, Embracer Group, Level Infinite, and regional lobby groups like Yuki, Cell, and Game. Oh boy. Virtually all these companies operate live service games, and they have managed to delisting titles or removing online access, making their vested interests in preserving the status quo obvious. So, what happens next? Because the petition passed 1 million verified signature, and the European Commission must now firmly respond. Ross Scott will be invited to speak at a public hearing in the European Parliament, a rare opportunity for the gamers to directly challenge the industry's dominance over digital access. In the meantime, Scott has warned that some signatures may not meet the EU's validation standards and is encouraging supporters to continue signing at StopKillingGames.com to build a buffer. While the publishers claim they support game preservation efforts in museums and exhibitions, they draw a hard line when it comes to consumer access. As the battle between preservationists and publishers heat up, one thing is clear: this fight is no longer just about games, it's about who really owns digital content in the modern age. So, this has just begun. So you got gaming companies going against these people, man. So we shall see. We shall see how this goes. I'll keep you guys posted on this, and I'll be sure to send the link on this article so you guys can check it out. So please, by all means, share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts, and as always, thank you for watching this video, thank you for being part of the channel, and I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.